So I don't have a specific plan. I just want to chill a little bit and maybe code some shaders. I prepared a little bit of sandbox. It's basically some sort of machinery to load shader, to reload shader in runtime. Basically, how does it call it? Hot reloading of a shader. And camera movement, so basic stuff. And now I can code in this shader, and the application will be updated automatically. For instance, I can add blue color. I save the file, and this stuff is updated. And also I have, just for convenience, 3D camera movement. Maybe I'll decide to use this shader for some kind of 3D object, and I can test it right in this editor, in this little editor. Yeah, that's it. I actually don't have a plan what I want to implement. I'm I'm not a specialist in shading. I know how to do basic lighting, basic I don't know, tiling and whatnot. But I actually don't know how to implement, for example, flame or electricity effects and whatnot. And I just want to play around with this stuff and try to implement something. Well, maybe first I want to start with flame, with fire. Yeah, and by the way, I also added useful functions into this, how should I say it, runtime environment. So basically I have noise function, I have 2D noise function, I have 3D noise function, 4D noise function, and the same stuff for Perlin noise. 3D Perlin noise, 4D, and also I have octave Perlin noise. And maybe usually noise functions are pretty useful when you deal with effects, visual effects. Okay. How can I implement basic flame? I have no idea. Let me start with Perlin noise. So Perlin noise. And this stuff works as following. I basically have this common glsl function, not function, module file. And I basically, when I'm loading shader, any shader, I append version to this shader, I read this common file with utilities, and I append these common files to the shader like this. I append version string, common file, and the actual shader. And now I can use all these functions in my shaders. Okay, let's say I want to visualize some noise. Let me start with 2D noise, 2D Perlin noise. I can pass coordinates of the plane. Yeah, and currently this red, yellow, green, blue coloring, but actually without blue, it's basically coordinates of this on this plane. For example, red means x1, y0, yeah, and we have 1 in the red component and 0 in the y component, and also 0 in the blue component. Yeah, now let's say that I have some value float, n is equal to Perlin noise, and I will just visualize this value as grayscale color. Yeah, and as you can see, you basically, I believe you can see nothing here. We need somehow increase the density increase the density of the noise. How can I increase the density of the noise? Let me visualize UV coordinates one more time. And I want to increase the density of this coordinates of this space, of this 2D space, of this UV space. How can I do this? Let me just, for example, multiply it by 4. But maybe yeah, what am I doing? I need to sample the noise. But I want to pass multiplied coordinates of the UV plane, such that let's say vec2. Actually, I can multiply it right here. Let's say I multiply it by 4. Yeah. Yeah, and now as you can see, the density of the noise, it became more dense. No, not the the density of the noise increased. Yeah. But I don't like 2D noise, because 2D noise, it's kind of blockish, I should say. I don't know. Let me sample 3D noise. I just pass 1 or 0 as the first component. Yeah, and this noise looks kind of different. What about 4D noise? The same, yeah? Okay, let me use 3D noise, and let me pass, instead of the if I change some of the component, for example, I change the third component, the noise is kind of sliding in the third dimension. It's kind of sliding, and let me set the third component, instead of some fixed value, let me set time. Yeah, and also I have passed time to this shader earlier in the code. From the CPU side, I passed the current time into this shader. Now I can use the time. I can use this variable to offset the third component of the noise, third argument. Yeah. Now it depends on time. Let me try different scales for x and y. For example, for x I'll set 1, and for y I set 8. And as you can see, it's just stretched. It's just stretched by the x axis. But I want to change. I want to flip them. It looks like curtains. It doesn't look like a flame, but actually it's very cool. Look. Yeah. But I want flame. I want a flame. How can I do this? Maybe not so much, maybe 4. No, maybe higher. Okay. I'm not sure. Let me make them the same for now. What else can I do? I can offset the whole canvas. I can offset the coordinates of this canvas during the time, such that the whole thing appears to be kind of moving, for example. And let me... what if I set UVX plus equal, not X, probably Y, because I want to offset it vertically, plus equal plus equal U time, maybe minus. Maybe minus. It's too fast. It's too slow. Maybe it's okay. But yeah, and this point, all my knowledge about flame in shaders ends. This is all I know. I kind of like this idea with stretched flame. Not here. Yeah. Maybe 16. Maybe 12. No, maybe maybe 12 and here 6. Yeah. Also, I want this picture kind of converge to the bottom center of the plane. Do you know what I mean? So, sort of the flame origin. I want to create the flame origin. How can I do this? Let's say I have this UV coordinates, and let me just shrink the X scale. Can I do this? UVX, but I need to multiply, yeah? Like multiply by 4. I'm just playing around. I actually don't know exactly what I'm doing. Yeah, and as you can see, it's not. No. Actually, I did the wrong thing. Let me think. Yeah, I want the X component to shrink when the Y component is decreasing. Yeah, how can I do this? Let me say UVX it should be a function. It should be a function of X. It's some function of X and Y. but of x and y. Can I just multiply it? So for example, if x is equal to 0.5, the horizontal line, the middle of the plane, I multiply it. Oh no, oh, sorry, actually it should be vertical. It should be vertical line. Yeah, it should be vertical line. Yeah, and this vertical line. Fuck. Yeah, it's better to play around with this stuff. But what if I multiply it by y one more time? No. No. Huh. Okay, let me use another approach. Let's say that at the y position, at the y0, I want x. No. Yeah. What the fuck? I close the window. Fuck. Let me create a function like float remap uv. I will accept float value. X. I will let's say uv. I will accept left. I will accept right. And uv is just a value between 0 and 1. But I want to remap this value into another range. I want to remap it into the range from left to right. It means that uv represents kind of percentage from 0 to 1, from 0% to 100%. I will take this percentage, and also I will take the range of this new space, right minus left, and I just take the amount of offset from the left border. And since this is offset from the left border, I need to add left, and that's how I obtain new remapped value. I believe left plus uv, right? Yeah. So it's just basic classical renormalizing function. Remap. And let me, for example, remap x like remap uv. I pass x here, and let's say from what? From -1 to 1, for example. What did I do? Okay. What if from 0 to 1? Yeah, nothing changed. From 0.5 to 1? Let me just draw my UV. Actually, it doesn't make a lot of sense to draw UVs because, for example, UVY, it's probably less than 0 immediately. But I can draw X. I can draw X. Okay. And if I don't remap X, it looks like this. But if I remap X, for example, from 0.5 to 1, yeah, I basically create a view into the X, but X now in different scale, in different range. So, for instance, what if I do like this? Yeah. And now X is changing from -1 to 1, from -1 to 1. What if I take the absolute value now, absolute value, what else can I do? So it's kind of distance field. And now I multiply X by Y. Yeah. Exactly what I wanted. But I want to... I don't know. Maybe I want to invert this stuff. No, maybe it's not exactly what I wanted. But it looks interesting at least. Can I make a power value of this? But maybe... Yeah. Yeah, maybe like so. Okay. By the way, do I need to... I don't know. No, probably I don't need to. I first need to transform X and only then I need to offset Y. Yeah. Of course. Purely noise. Let me now return to my purely noise. FS color. I don't want it to be symmetrical, to be honest. Yeah, that's why I need to sample noise, but not absolute. How can I do this? Actually no. Maybe I want to create another vec2. I don't know how to call them. Let me call it ruv, remap to uv. It's equal to uv, and here I will use remap to uv. Remap to uv. No. Remap to uvx. Oh. Back. Okay, I have this. uvx. Yeah, it's symmetrical. I don't want it to be symmetrical for the noise sampling, but I need it to be symmetrical for this stuff. Absolute. Yeah, I don't need only positive values. I don't need it to be symmetrical actually. It's correct, because I'm just sampling noise. I'm not drawing the positive line. I mean the reflected y equals x line on the negative side of x. I'm not drawing it. I'm not drawing it. I don't need it. Yeah, but also I need to multiply it. Yeah, and also I need to multiply it, and now I need absolute value. I need to multiply it on uvx, but absolute. And reversed. Are you sure? Yeah. Reversed the absolute value, not the absolute value of reversed value. Yeah. It doesn't look like a flame. It absolutely doesn't. But anyway, at least it's something. Okay, how can I implement color of the flame? Well, in the simplest case, I can just set some color of a flame. I have intensity of noise, and I can set color of the flame. Like, let me create float color is equal to vec3 color. For example, maximum red, a little bit of a green, and almost nothing blue. And let me just multiply n by color. Looks like a shit. This also looks like a shit. What if I take a square of n times n? Actually, I will take even a power of n. Maybe 1.2, maybe 1.5. maybe 2. Okay. And but I need to increase temperature somehow. I mean, I need to make it brighter at the center of the, at the origin. I need to make it brighter at the origin. Let me think. What if I multiply the color? This is just flame color, but I can multiply flame color by, I don't know, by temperature, for example, by temperature. Color is equal to color multiplied by temperature. And temperature, let's say 1 for now. Nothing changed. And if I set temperature 2, yeah, it becomes brighter. If I set 5, it becomes even more brighter. But I need what do I need? I want, usually the most bright part of the flame is the center of the flame, because it's the heatiest part of the flame. So I need this parameter temperature, I need this T to depend on the y coordinate. Okay, let me set, but I need original coordinate. Original, let's say, original I have in VS UV. This is my original coordinate. I just take y coordinate. Let me call it temperature, because T is kinda time, or what is T? I will call it explicitly temperature. Okay, and now it depends on y, but I need another way around. I need to flip y. Yes, like so, but maybe I want to increase the overall value. Maybe I want to multiply it by 2. But I need to create a strong separation between low values and high values, and for this stuff we usually use power, just power function. Power, for example, 4. Yeah. But it looks like hair, it doesn't look like a flame. It just, yeah, because flame, I don't know what is correct word for языки пламени, tongues of flames, I don't know, these strips of flame, they cannot move diagonally, they if I understand the basic physics correctly, they only can move vertically. So maybe my idea with this remapping was not so good. Yeah. Yeah, I just removed this stuff. What if yeah, maybe I will, no, I don't know. What if I take, does it make sense? It's positive, yeah, it's just positive. No, it's not positive. What is negative? Power is basically when you, what is it? 1 divided by, is it root? I forgot all basic math. Whoa. It looks cool, but I have no idea what is this. Whoa. I have no idea. 1.8. No, it's already no. Looks like a shit. Looks like shit. You know what? I don't like this term. I don't like this term. This one is much better. This one is much better. But I want to create even more visible separation between temperature levels. Wow. 8. What the fuck? Is this cool? 3. Yeah. Okay. Kinda cool. But I want to add. Do I want to add blue color? I don't know. Actually, let me decrease temperature depending on the x coordinate. I don't like the width of the flame. Give me a second. Let me zoom in and give me a second, please. Okay, what else can I do? Can I add maybe blue tint to the center? No. I want to add the fading of the flame towards the left and right borders of the plane. How can I do this? I have temperature. Let me just decrease temperature depending also on the proximity to the center, to the VSUVX. Let me offset x. Currently x is from 0 to 1. VSUVX from 0 to 1. Let me take the distance from this specific x to the center. Actually, no. Actually, let me just remap VSUVX. I will remap it from -1 to 1. Yeah. And I will take the distance of this vector. Distance. And I multiply this distance on the final equation for the temperature. Yeah, of course. Remap UV. No? What do we want? No matching function distance float. Yeah. What am I doing? What am I even doing? Distance, no distance. It's just a float. Value. Let me call it, I don't know, the float d is equal to this one. And now I can take power. Actually, no, I don't want. Let me take the power right here. Color, yeah. No. Why so? Actually, yeah, but I need to flip this stuff. I need to take a power of this one. What the fuck? No. Actually, I need to remap flipped value. What the shit? Yeah, because power. Maybe I need odd power. No, I'm just guessing. I'm just guessing at this point. No, let me think from scratch maybe. Will this work? No, it won't. Remap UV. Remap UV from -1 to 1. Yeah. And I need to take absolute value of this stuff. Absolute value. But I need to flip it. But where should I flip it? After remapping or before remapping? No, I should. Fuck. Maybe I need to. I don't know. It's kinda interesting effects, but I have no idea what's happening. Let me start from scratch. I have this flame, yeah? And I need to multiply, I need the temperature. I want the temperature to depend on the proximity to the center of the plane. To this, actually, no. Actually to the bottom center point. But what if I just take the distance between what? Yeah, I just take the distance. I just take UV. I just take original UVs and I compute distance from this stuff to vec2 x 0.5 y 0. I just take distance. But I need the inversed distance. I need I need to 1 divided by distance. One divided by distance. But what if I add also some constant term? Because I don't want to divide by 0. I want to add some constant term here. Constant term. And multiply this coefficient, I don't know, by 8. It basically adds some kind of attenuation to the flame. It's the same stuff as for light attenuation. So I can even factor out this stuff. I can call it I don't know, A, attenuation. I can say that float A is equal to this stuff. No, it's really distance. I can use this term, and also I can use quadratic term with some coefficient, for instance 2. It's classical attenuation formula. I can even factor out this stuff. Float attenuation is equal to this multiplied by attenuation. Yeah. And let me increase quadratic term even more. What about linear term? Yeah, because I have huge, I don't need, maybe I don't need this for now. And now I can easily, safely, I mean, decrease. But usually we want this term to be larger. This one maybe 0.1. I'm not sure. Temperature. Let me just show the temperature. Temperature 0, 0. Why is it constant? What am I doing wrong? Let me visualize the distance. Distance. Yeah, it's distance to the center of the plane, to the bottom center of the plane. And attenuation. Yeah, because it's just constant. What am I doing? Let me say 1 here. Zero. Yeah. I prefer the grayscale for attenuation. Okay. Nope. Something like this, yeah. Maybe 12. Yeah, this is... Will it help to add a cubic term? I don't know. Maybe it won't. Distance. Yeah, distance always positive. And that... Nothing is changed. Okay, let me say temperature is equal to attenuation, multiply it by some, I don't know, some value. Yeah, and I need to temperature 0. I have only 3 minutes left. I hope I will finish at least basic shape of the flame. Yeah, maybe a little bit. Yeah, okay, this is temperature. And now I can multiply temperature by the color. And just draw the color. Multiply it by noise. and N is noise. It looks like shit, but it's okay. It's okay, it's alright. I can, for example, remove this. No, I want to remove this. Temperature, maybe I will increase temperature. Yeah, maybe 16. I will decrease the frequency of the noise, probably. Maybe increase a little bit, like maybe 10 and 6. Yeah, no, 8, no, 9. Yeah. And what else can I do? Increase time, increase speed a little bit, maybe 5. Here. What? Maybe 1.4. Maybe 1.2. Okay, and maybe even increase cubic term of the attenuation. Cubic term. Yeah, and increase quadratic term. It looks fine. The flame itself is a little bit it's a little bit too high, too strong, but I'll tune it. Yeah, so I need to go for now. Yeah, I probably continue with the stuff later. But it has nothing to do with my projects. I just want to keep my shading skills up to date. Yeah, thank you. Bye.